Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I've got for you a replay in my Object 7032. Now this is absolutely definitely not my second attempt at recording this video. I definitely didn't record the whole thing, go to play it back and realised there was no audio because Windows updated and changed my default mic to nothing on OBS. That didn't happen because I wouldn't be really upset. And then Wargaming definitely didn't release a list of super test changes that I did a video on, that I recorded between the first and second take of this video, because that would be, you know, mixing things up way too much and probably confuse me and make me say wrong things and forget what I was talking about, making me waffle on longer for a video than I otherwise would. Because none of that happened, welcome to this replay. We're playing the Object 7032, and this is actually going to be my first ace tanker in the vehicle. No clickbait here, no making you wait till the end to see what happens, just tell you right up front so you can leave now because you're not that impressed. I did think about making this replay into a tank review on the vehicle, but out of my last like 5 videos, like 4 of them have been tank reviews, so I thought, nah, you know what, I'll just do a standard video. If you would like me to do a tank review on this tank, then please do let me know. In saying that, don't click away from this video. It is a very, very, very nice game in the 7032. I will give you a bit of background on the tank as well, how you should play it, what the equipment is, and everything like that, but it won't be a full-on tank review per se. So first things first, what is the 7032 all about? It is the Tier 8 double-barrel premium Russian heavy tank, because we don't have enough premium Tier 8 Russian heavy tanks in the game. It's a really good tank, actually. Like, it's a tank that I enjoy playing, a very, very good credit maker, and I do absolutely recommend picking one of these up if you can. It's a really good tank. Armor works surprisingly well. Gun is pretty decent. Mobility is average at best, but can definitely be buffed. Just so as you know what equipment I'm using in this vehicle in this game, vert stabs, vents, and a turbocharger. Just because even though the aim time and the accuracy of this vehicle are actually pretty shit, the dispersions are really, really nice, which means the aim circle actually starts very small, which means hitting shots on the move in this thing is actually relatively easy, and like you really, really, really can hit shots that you think you otherwise probably shouldn't with the other gun stats of the vehicle. Like I said, this vehicle is a double barrel tank. However, as much as it's fun for the memes, I definitely wouldn't recommend, when it comes to all double barrel tanks, I would not recommend firing double shots in them that often. Obviously you get a DPM penalty. Funny as fuck, yes, but you do get a big old DPM penalty. The way I play this vehicle is kind of a bit like the IS-3A. Use it as kind of a 2-shell auto reloader. So right at the start of the game, fire both shells as quick as you can into vehicles, and then from then on, just try to fire a shot as soon as it's loaded. Don't bother waiting for both shells to be loaded in. Take whatever opportunities you can to hit shells, and then as soon as it reloads, fire again. As soon as it reloads, fire again. And if you have, you know, 20 seconds that you're not engaged in the fight, then you're going to have 2 shells, and then you can rinse and repeat and do again. You can see just there, I make a little bit of a mistake. I peek out. We are on Pearl River, for any of you that hadn't noticed. 5 minutes into the game. 4 minutes into the game, besides the point. Which is kind of nice. I've had a good run on the game so far. 9-0 line, 3.4k damage, pretty good. Only 1 kill, not so good, but we're now going to progress in towards the enemy base. I don't ever recommend, especially if the enemies have got TDs, which this game they seem to have 4 on Overwatch. I don't recommend pushing around here into the middle. If you know nothing's in their base, you can do, and then push into the middle. But if not, you're much, much better approaching from kind of like the B line, the AB line, in towards the enemy base. This is an encounter game mode. I don't like Pearl River Encounter. I feel like it's one of the maps that I get capped out on the most, because I don't really like the 1-2 line on this map that much for the majority of vehicles. So quite often I go mid or 9-0, but so many times I've gone mid or 9-0, and then like within the first 2 minutes the enemy just caps and there's nothing you can do about it, which, when I say it like that, I'm like, well, you should just go 1-2 then, Max, but I just don't like the 1-2 line that much. This tank is, I think I said it earlier, is a really good credit maker. I've been playing it a bit more recently because I kind of like swapping out what premium tanks I use. Obviously, usually I'm marking something in game. If you want to see what I do, then come watch my streams. Little, plug there for my own streams. But I usually am marking something up like most of the time. And then I play premium tanks in in the gaps where the games where I get killed early or want to play something else. And I have your Barask, your Progetto, stuff like that in my primary bar the whole time. But then every couple of months, I swap round another 2 or 3 other premium tanks that I just chuck into my primary bar. And I end up just clicking them and playing them through a bit more. Just to kind of mix it up a bit so that I'm not playing the exact same premiums all the time. It's going to stay. And at the minute, the 7032 is in my primary bar. And it is a very, very, very good tank. I've been finding myself having a lot of really good games with it. I find it makes a lot of credits as well, as you'll see from the post game. From this game. However, it is a very, very, very tricky tank to ace and mark. Because I think a lot of people do actually play this thing very well. The armor holds up really well. The guns are really nice. You have got that possibility to fire the double shot. No idea how that bounces. And the mobility isn't terrible. You can side scrape in this vehicle. You can go hold down in this vehicle. It's just a very, very, very nice all-round tank. It's very nice indeed. Getting towards the end of the game now, I'm happy to take a couple of trades. It's something that I always say is, if you're finishing the game on full HP, you haven't played aggressive enough. Obviously, I'm not saying in the first 2 minutes drive out in front of all the enemy guns, take all the damage and go, well, I played aggressive enough. But if you do finish the game with full HP, there are points of the game that you could have definitely been more aggressive. I'm now switching across to my heat round. Very nice heat rounds on this thing, 270 pen, which is very nice. I'm doing so just because we're running out of APCR rounds, and also I thought I'd be fighting against the front of the TS5. Fortunately for me, we're not. He's turned towards the Barask, which is actually a terrible play for this guy. The correct play for him was just to face me. The Barask was always going to shoot him twice and then get out. He was never going to be able to chase him, so the TS5 should have just faced me and tried to finish me off, but he didn't. I get 500 odd damage on him, so I'm happy. Which takes us over 5,000 damage in a tier 8 game, which is very, very nice. Gonna see if we can pop one into the T25 and in Mill 1. It's just basically mop up here because our team is capping, so I want to try and get damage as quick as I can. Got both shells, so fire one into that guy. Swap round onto the Mill 1 and pop one straight in. Our team doesn't actually cap. I pop one in. I don't wait for the second shell to load because I'm 90% sure, which does actually end up happening, that somebody else is going to hit, and there's so many tanks around him. So I just make sure I get one in, and it rolls for 420, which is always nice. And that was all she wrote for that game. 6,000 damage in a tier 8 tank. Really, really nice vehicle. And you're going to see what that equates to as well in terms of base XP. One of my highest base XP games for a very, very, very long time. And yeah, like I said, that was an ace tanker. We'll go take a look at the post-game stats in just a second. If you would like me to do a tank review on this vehicle, guys, then please do let me know. I'm playing it quite a lot at the minute, so hopefully we can get another ace tanker somewhere and I can do that. But please do let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Make sure you go check out other YouTube videos. I have many for many years on this channel. If you want to see my live stuff, some marking stuff, then go head over to my Twitch page. Link will be in the description. And to stop me waffling anymore, because I'm very good at it and I will keep you here for 20 minutes just talking about shit, let's go jump over into the post-game stats. So, there we go, guys. That was 6,041, quick maths, max. Damage, 4 kills, 675 assisted, and we did block a nice amount with our armor as well, so 3,670. Ace tanker, probably, I would say unsurprisingly, but when you look at the base XP, definitely unsurprisingly. High caliber, steel wall, and Confederate for whatever reason. 1,918 base. That is definitely one of the highest base XP games I have had for a long time, which is very nice. Fired 22, hit 21, pen 17, not too shabby at all. 6,041 damage, and we made 251,000 credits profit that game, which is really, really, really nice. But yeah, Overall, 7032, very, very nice tank. That was the first time I've aced it in probably like 200 games. This is probably one of the tanks that's taken me the longest to ace in terms of games-wise, up there with probably like the 279 and stuff like that. So that probably shows you how good of a tank this vehicle is and how many good players play it as well as like their credit-making tank. And I can definitely see why now, and I think I might keep this thing in my primary bar for quite a while. But anyway, other than that, thank you all so much for watching, guys. I do really appreciate it. Like I said before, go check out my stream. Make sure you subscribed on YouTube. Follow, notifications, all that good shit. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time.